Rosenberg Implement is your John Deere parts headquarters, and they're going to save you money on your sprayer this week. Save 8% on sprayer hub oils. Don't feel comfortable changing the oil yourself? Then ask their service department for help. Schedule your sprayer for a winter inspection and save even more time and money. This week only, again, save 8% on sprayer hub oil at your servicing dealer, Rosenberg Implement, where service is the other half of a great product. Locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming, or online at grosenberg.com.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Knowles wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is your premier spot to watch all the sports, from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us broadcast on liveticket.tv. The Fieldhouse in Pierre.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Dan O's Marine in Fort Pierre is now selling Vexus and Alumacraft boats and Manitou pontoons. Dan O's is the only Vexus dealer in South Dakota. Come in and see our new selection of Vexus boats for your fun on the water. They still service Yamaha and Mercury motors. We can also supply your rigging needs from Minn Kota and Ghost trolling motors, or Hummingbird, Lowrance, and Garmin depth finders. We also carry tubes, skis, and ski ropes, and can even order knee boards. Stop in today or give us a call at 605-224-6612.
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. AgTegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pite Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. American Bank and Trust.
One way American Bank and Trust enjoys giving back to the Pierre community is through our Spirit Card program. These cards are a great way to give back to our schools and show hometown pride. Call or stop in today to get your own Spirit Card. Go Governors!
At Wilbur Ellis, our forward-thinking approach to crop protection, nutrition, and seed development combines years of service and expertise to the latest technology wherever you are, whatever your needs. We offer seed sales, providing Integra, DeKalb, and NK seed, fertilizer and chemical application, which includes ground and air spray, and more. Much more. We're proud to sponsor all area sports and activities, with locations in Miller, Highmore, and Blunt. Wilbur Ellis.
Dakota Antler is the biggest antler buyer in our region. Tony and Derek pay cash all year long for antlers and horns. Deer, elk, moose, and sheep can be cash in your pocket. They'll come to you, too. Find them on Dakota Antlers LLC or online at dakotaantlers.com. You can also give them a call to set up an appointment. Call Derek at 605-360-3749 or Tony at 605-730-0108. Dakota Antler, a proud supporter of all local athletics and activities. Olson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436. Stay in a beautiful Black Hills vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at DancingSky.com.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Calling all high school seniors. Not sure what your next step is? Consider Dakota Wesleyan University's Learn and Earn program located in Pierre. Current students in the Learn and Earn program are thriving. That's because the Learn and Earn program is different. Take classes on a flexible schedule at the Capital City campus and intern with a Pierre area business for a paid work experience. Scholarships are available. Visit dwu.edu/Learn and Earn today.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
Whoa, hey, hold the ladder! Hold the ladder!
Yeah, that hurt. And there are epic moments.
Slide, slide, slide! College! Class of 1995!
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
In today's ever-changing housing market, you need a proactive mortgage lender who can guide you through every turn of the process, from your loan application all the way to closing. Jessica Jonkak with First National Bank in Pierre is dedicated to providing that level of service to her customers and making your home purchasing dreams a reality. Call Jessica today at 605-201-5254 or visit firstnationalbanks.com to learn more. First National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
The foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, W-E. We. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
Starting a John Deere dealership during the Depression took guts and vision. But C.J. Grossenberg was determined to help the community. He supplied more than equipment. He supplied a better way of life for his neighbors. Today, the family business is still going strong. Because round here, Grossenberg proves our values to our community every day. Grossenberg Implement is celebrating 85 years and is 4th generation family owned and operated.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes, and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
Scott Darno with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
Titan Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore and Pierre today. Power and precision to grow.
State Farm Insurance, the Hughes County Sheriff's Department, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial, Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg, Hermanson Endodontics, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gales Gas Service.
Now, Pierre Governor Basketball. Well, a good Saturday afternoon, and we welcome you to a big, big day at Riggs High School. The Pierre Governor boys trying to get their ticket punched, as the girls did last night, to the state AA basketball tournament. Hi, everybody. Brian Oakland with play-by-play coming up. The Pierre Governors will try to avenge a regular season overtime loss to the O'Gorman Knights as they welcome the Knights in here once again. And again, a little bit more on the line this time. An overtime loss in mid to later January, 68-64, in a time where the Governors, let's be honest, weren't really playing all that great. Had some trouble defending the three-point shot. Weren't able to finish games, particularly on the road, but there was that one home loss that still doesn't sit well with them. They've been playing outstanding basketball for at least the last two games. Big wins over Sioux Falls Roosevelt here at Riggs High Gym, and of course their last game out was that big Monday night win at top-ranked Sioux Falls Jefferson, 83-74. Govs are hoping to keep the offense in rhythm, but they're going to have to play some good defense coming up here tonight as well against an Gorman team that is better than their 7-13 record indicates, as was noted on that night here at Riggs High Gym in January. So, state tournament basketball coming up. Essentially, we'll call this a state tournament. It's the round of 16, the SoDak16, but the winner has 3 more games to go. The loser's season will come to an end. We've got Jordan Lutmer running camera for our friends at Live Tickets and Partners. We've got live video streaming through drgnews.com and the River 92.7 page. You can also catch the live stream at gogovs.live or on the Live Ticket YouTube channel as well. With Heather Williams in studio running things as well. Happy delivery day to Heather. 17 years ago, she delivered a baby girl. So happy birthday, Trinity. And we are getting ready to go. Should remind you before we do anything that the start or the broadcast of this playoff game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the South Dakota High School Activities Association. And to those who are traveling today or anytime, especially maybe in this week ahead, winter driving sounds like a thing that we'll have to deal with. Again, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, who celebrates being a part of a team, reminds us all to buckle up every trip, every time, and slow down if you have to. Drive for the conditions. Those reminders from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Well, let's start talking about this one. We'll take a quick 3-minute break. The pregame coming up, sponsored by the Pottsville State Farm Insurance Agency in Pierre. And we'll talk about how things have gone for these two teams so far this season. We'll take a look at the rest of the SoDak16 schedule that is all being played out today. Some games in the afternoon, some of them will still be in the evening, so nothing's really going to be fully determined when we're done with this one, but we will have a pretty good idea, at least, of what we'll be looking at for whoever moves on in a couple of weeks to the State AA tournament. Coach's comments, keys to success, starting lineups, and all that and more coming up on our Becky Potts of a State Farm pregame show. You're listening to the Governors in the postseason, the SoDak16, and your official voice of Pierre Governor Athletics, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here, too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent, too?
It's called service.
See the team at Pottsville State Farm or visit insuredwithbecky.com.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Hey DQ fans, do you want onion rings but want fries too? Or do you order fries but also want onion rings? Well, we have the answer, both. Say hello to the DQ chicken strip and fry rings baskets. Get 2 of our legendary sides with our golden chicken strips. Now the only question is, do you go chicken fry ring or fry chicken ring? Or what about ring fried chicken? Oh, the possibilities. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building.
the garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors can give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archive video of all games, and when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School Sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
One team. The Pierre Governors know what that means, and so do the men and women of the Hughes County Sheriff's Office. No matter how good you are, a good team makes you better. To be the best, that takes teamwork. If you want to know more about the Hughes County Sheriff's Office and their 361 team, log on at hughescounty.org and click on the Sheriff tab. The Hughes County Sheriff's Office and the Pierre Govs, winning teams.
Welcome back to Riggs High Gym, and we welcome you to the origination of our broadcast, the Hughes County Sheriff's Office broadcast booth. We just heard from them as we shout out a big thanks to the men and women of the Hughes County Sheriff's Office for serving our community the way they do and for giving us a place to sit, both to call this game from on the Upper West Side and to video from on the Upper East Side of Riggs High Gym, the Hughes County Sheriff's Office broadcast booth. Governor basketball coming up here as they take on the Sioux Falls O'Gorman Knights, actually the Bishop O'Gorman High School Knights making the trip. Interesting trip. I'm not sure what the circumstances were or whatever, but O'Gorman pulled in here very, very late. We were here about an hour and a half ahead of game time, but you might expect a visiting team to have arrived by then, but it really, O'Gorman, I think, really has only been in the gym for about 20, 25 minutes, not even a half an hour. They got a little bit of a shoot around. The boys are in the locker room right now. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to talk to head coach Derek Roby, so when we do Keys to Success a little bit later on, won't really have an opportunity to provide the words from the coach himself, but we wanted to make sure. I didn't really feel like it was a good time to bother him. He probably had some other things he needed to take care of, so we'll try to do our own Keys to Success from the O'Gorman standpoint a little bit later on. Meanwhile, let's take a look at how things went for these two teams. How did they get to where they are right now? A 6 seed versus an 11 seed. The Governors, the 6. The Knights will come in as an 11. And I think looking at the O'Gorman schedule, they started things, if I'm not mistaken, they might have been, I believe they were the preseason #1 ranked team, according to those who try to prognosticate things like that. It really didn't go quite that way. O'Gorman started with a 3-game losing streak, 6-point losses to Brandon Valley, an 8-point loss to Sioux Falls Roosevelt, and then losing at Sioux Falls Christian by 5 as well. Obviously, they're in all of those games, but it just wasn't happening. They do get a great win against Class A's Powerhouse T area. They got a win over Brookings and Watertown. They were 3-3. Then they went on a 5-game skid with teams like Washington, Yankton, Lincoln, Roosevelt, Jefferson. I mean, those teams are all in the top 8 of the SoDak16, so certainly understandable. Each game in itself quite a challenge. Then they came here to Pierre on January 27th, and somehow it all clicked. The offense got going, and they got a 68-64 win in overtime over the Governors. They followed that up with a trip out west, wins over Stevens and Central, 2 teams that had their struggles this season. Then they're back at it against Lincoln and Washington, and some difficult games. They also had a 25-point loss at Harrisburg, which was a bit of a surprise as far as that result. They lost to Aberdeen Central. They did get a win against Huron, but they're coming in off of a 71-70 loss at the Corn Palace in Mitchell this past Friday night. So that is how O'Gorman got here. 7-13 on the season, but in my opinion, definitely a better team than their record indicates. As for the Governors, starting with a 5-game win streak, wins over the Rapid City Schools, also at Watertown, and Spearfish and Sturgis as well out west with those victories. And the Governors losing games at Sioux Falls Lincoln by 10 and to Sioux Falls, Washington at home by 6. Both of those games played without Lincoln Keenholz, the top scorer on the team, obviously. And you can probably explain both of those losses away. Then a big win over Winter, who's just lost only that one game all season long on January 10th. That was here at Riggs High Gym. Then they go to Brandon Valley, and the skid starts for the Governors. A buzzer-beating loss at Brandon, a win by 30 back home against Douglas, but then memorable games, albeit losses, and the double overtime loss with Spencer Barr scoring 51 points up at Aberdeen, and coming back home on that Friday night, losing in overtime to Gorman. They turn around the next day, beat Harrisburg by 20, and then go to Yankton and lose a tough barn burner as well. Wins then over Huron, and a high-flying affair over Bismarck and Brookings, and then the final loss of the season, that one at Mitchell on February 16th. But the last two games are the ones the Governors will hope to duplicate. A 68-63 win on Friday night over Sioux Falls Roosevelt, and then the one on Monday at Sioux Falls Jefferson to close out the season 84-73, putting the Governors in the 6th seed with a 13-7 record. They're going to need a quick start here today, and we'll talk keys to success with Coach Brianna Kusler momentarily. The rest of the schedule of the SoDak16 today, Sioux Falls Jefferson is still number 1. They'll host Rapid City Stevens at 4 o'clock. Paired up in the bracket with Brandon Valley, the 8th seed, against number 9 Harrisburg at 3 o'clock in Brandon. Yankton is hosting Aberdeen Central. That game is underway, as is Sioux Falls Washington hosting Huron in the 5-12 game. 2 versus 15 is Sioux Falls Lincoln against Rapid City Central. The 7th seed Roosevelt Rough Riders are hosting Sturgis today. And I believe that is a bit of a change. Brandon Valley got dropped to 8. Roosevelt is now up to 7. Meanwhile, Mitchell hosts Watertown in the 3 versus 14 game, and that game is paired up with this one, the 6th-seeded Governors against number 11 O'Gorman. Teams, the winning teams from this game and that Mitchell-Watertown team will be paired up against each other in the final game of the first round of the state tournament next Thursday, actually 2 Thursdays from now. In Rapid City at the Monument. So let's take a 3-minute break. We'll come back and talk about it with head coach Brianna Kusler, our coach's comments and keys to success from Central Dakota Eye Care. Coming up next, you're listening to Governor Basketball and your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
Hey guys, this is Truett Rogers, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota here in Pierre, South Dakota. And I just want to let you guys know about this beautiful white 2017 Ford F-150 Lariat with 84,000 miles. Loaded up with leather, nav, adaptive cruise, and heated and cooled seats, and a whole ton more. Priced today at $36,995. Stop in at Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota at 518 East Sioux Ave in Pierre. Visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com or call 605-224-7378 and ask for me, Truett Rogers.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to DakotaStormRoofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Have you found yourself worrying about inflation and market volatility? Considering what should I do? Can I do anything? Am I going to be okay? The Ranky Gray team has been coaching their clients through these tumultuous times for over 35 years. Let us discover what easy, time-tested adjustments can be made for you. For a free second opinion, our team can be reached at 605-224-5959. Let's start today.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? Live Ticket TV has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages start at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE extension 2. That's 833-605-5483 extension 2 and punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Century Business Products is a proud supporter of South Dakota High School athletics and proud to provide the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to schools and businesses in the area, all backed by their 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color cost? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
You know that feeling? The feeling that things couldn't get any better? It's you at your best. Being your best means owning your health. It means not only meeting your goals, but crushing them, then setting new ones. Partner with an Avera primary care provider. We are right here to help you create health goals so you can feel your best and move forward to your healthiest self. Learn more at avera.org/checkup. Avera, moving health forward.
Time for the keys to success, and for the Pierre Governors and head coach Brianna Kuzler, SoDak16, and a great season so far. A lot of ups, some downs, coach. Definitely everything kind of culminating here in one day, and it's a trip to the state tournament on the line. The goals of the season all come down to one day as well. We can kind of sugarcoat it as much as we want, but the bottom line is it's just time to go play one game for some good things. Looking forward to it.
All records are gone at this point. Everybody's 0-0 heading into the postseason right now, and I mean, of course, we had said heading into these last couple of games of the regular season when we played Roosevelt and Jefferson, regardless of the outcome, we wanted to be playing our best basketball heading into that postseason. And fortunately for us, the 2 wins of those games allowed us to have a home game right now, and that's something that we certainly are not going to take for granted, because this atmosphere, this crowd is going to be something special, and it's second to none in the state. So we're really looking forward to the atmosphere in this game. But at the end of the day, records are non-existent at this point, where everybody's 0-0, and we want to be 1-0 after tonight.
Monday night at Jefferson, I think it took a long time to get a signature win on the road for the season. That definitely was it. And all of the things and all of the rhythm of the offense that you have seen and we've seen here in the last couple of months definitely was on display that night.
Everybody's sharing the ball so well, and we talk in the locker room about how, nobody has to do it all on this team, but everybody just has to do enough. And the last couple of times out, that's what you've seen, is everybody just doing enough. And together, everybody doing their part, it's a lot of positive things for us as a basketball program. So, that's going to be the game plan going into tonight as well, continuing to share the basketball, but offensively getting good ball reversals, creating some opportunities for ourselves, valuing every single possession, both defensively and offensively. There's not a loose ball that's not ours tonight. Every single rebound going up and securing that for sure, and then making sure that offensively we're getting the looks that we want, and defensively we're creating or forcing them to take more looks that they don't want and more that we want.
Some stumbles along the way this season. One of them was here at home against the team you'll see, the Gorman Knights, a team that got hot from the outside. And, I don't think the Governors played their best game of the season, certainly on that particular night. You got to think that even after that game back in January, you knew if you had a chance to play them again, things might go differently, and let's hope they do.
Yeah, that's the goal. It's nice playing when we play all 18 other teams in the class. It's nice having those one game, different than, of course, when we had the old ESD schedule playing those schools twice. But so it's nice. It's a familiar opponent. Nobody's unfamiliar at this point, and they got us the first time, and that's certainly something that we want to get back tonight.
And that's guarding the 3-point shot is something we've seen a lot better job of here these last few few games as well. If that becomes an issue tonight, what adjustments need to be made?
That's you've got Matthew Ang and Radley Monty among other kids on the perimeter that are capable of getting hot. Matthew Ang is certainly the key that we want to slow down early and create a lot of tough shots for him, not giving him just easy looks off of things. And when he touches the ball, if he gives it up, we don't want him to have an easy time getting it back. He works his butt off to get himself open, and his teammates do a good job as well. But it's at the end of the day, while there's usually one person defending a person, it takes all five on the floor and anybody coming in to slow an entire team down. And that's really, we want all five of them playing as one, and that will be the biggest difference maker, I think, in the game tonight.
And I think in a game like this too, if you get punched in the mouth early, you've got to just kind of take your time and stay with a game plan, probably just to ensure you're still getting those good possessions and make some good adjustments along the way.
They're going to go on some runs. We know that this is a really good ball team here that's coming in, but we've got to weather any storm that they bring and then give them storms of our own and make sure that our response is a good response to any sort of action that they bring at us, and then continuing to just be back to our principles offensively and defensively. It's as if it's no different game than anything. I mean, of course, there's that extra little bit on the line, but we want to just make sure that we're playing no different than any other night.
All right. Any other keys to success today?
Good start for us will be important. I think setting the tone, and then feeding off of the energy that this crowd is going to bring, and certainly we can't be up and down regardless of what the crowd is bringing, but it is to our advantage, and we want to make sure that we continue to play within ourselves, but have a lot of fun out there too.
All right, Coach, I'm going to say it. I'm going to mean it. Good luck today. All right.
Thank you.
There she is, Brianna Kuzler, the head coach of the Pierre Governors, trying to get to the state tournament, something that they had pretty much in their hands a year ago, only to have a big second half lead dissipate and to lose it in double overtime at Sioux Falls Jefferson. Today, they try to get back and make good on this next opportunity as they take on the O'Gorman Knights. That's Coach's comments and keys to success that are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. Let's hear from CDE, and we're back to talk about this game from the O'Gorman standpoint when we return with more of the Governor pregame.
Central Dakota Eye Care continues to grow. Hi, this is Dr. Matthew Blazek. I've recently joined the practice at Central Dakota Eye Care. I'm excited to move back to Pierre, and I am accepting new patients of all ages. We offer state-of-the-art equipment, trained staff, and the best selection of eyewear and contact lenses. Regular, yearly, comprehensive eye exams are key to finding eye problems before symptoms appear. Call us today at 224-6128 for an appointment. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
Back at Riggs High against the sounds of the Pierre High pep band. The atmosphere definitely makes it feel like March here in Riggs. Let's talk about Central Dakota Eye Care keys to success for the O'Gorman Knights. And once again, they got here late to Riggs High. Jim didn't really want to take the opportunity, given the circumstances, to chat with Derek Roby, the head coach of the O'Gorman Knights, a veteran head coach at O'Gorman for his 18th year, formerly from Aberdeen Central, and he's got ties here to the Pierre area as well, so I'm sure a special trip for the head coach, but his mind is set on getting his O'Gorman Knights to the state tournament, and to do that they'll have to pull what would probably be, and I'm sure he would realize it as, a bit of an upset here against the Governors. When O'Gorman was here in January, once again they were able to light it up from outside. Matthew Ang is a brilliant shooting guard, a 6'2" senior, but this is a team that can get a lot of other things going with the offense. They've got a quick guard in Radley Mooney who causes some problems and fits for all of the O'Gorman teammates or opponents, I should say, as well. So what O'Gorman will bring to the table, I think with their 7-13 record, there's been times when you just kind of wonder, what team is going to show up. I think the coach in conversation even admitted that to me in our conversation that we had back in late January. This is a team that's had their ups and downs. They definitely beat the teams they're supposed to more often than not. They've been playing well against teams that are above them in the power rankings. Haven't had much luck in coming away with victories, but they know they've beaten the Governors in this building once before. They know they can do it again. Watching pregame warm-ups for the Knights, it appears they've got all 5 of their starters in jerseys. Everybody else is in pregame warm-ups. The one guy that is not apparently in warm-ups is Bennett Dannenbring, a 6'2 senior quarterback of their fine football team. But I thought I saw Dannenbring in civilian clothes earlier today. So it looks like that might be one player that will not be in uniform for the Knights. So they'll have to get this thing done without some physicality and quickness from Bennett Dannenbring. That's the assumption, at least for now. Keys to success for the Knights is going to have to be keep hitting those outside shots, somehow slow down the Governor offense that's running on all cylinders of late as well, and maybe try to control the tempo in this game. I would suggest could be a key to success for the old Gorman Knights and their head coach, Derek Roby. Keys to success are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre, as Pierre High away gets going. Crowd on their feet. The atmosphere is electric, and we're back after a 3-minute timeout for the starting lineups. Next, this is the SoDak16 on River 92.7.
At Beck Motor Company, we're rolling the dice that spring is just around the corner. With any vehicle purchase, roll our giant dice and you could win gift cards from many of your favorite local businesses. Drifters Bar and Grill, Burger King, Walmart, Beck Motors Pro Shop, Richie Z's, and more. Up to a $100 mail-in rebate on tires plus 4 free oil changes. See all our March specials at beck-motors.com. 605-224-5912.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
May Adam Law Firm of Pierre offers superior legal representation. Clients can be assured their legal matter will be handled with expertise and the utmost professionalism. May Adam Law Firm's skilled South Dakota lawyers can take care of your family law, estate planning, real estate law, or personal injury. May Adam Law Firm is able to help you plan and prepare to make matters easy now and into the future, too. Call 224-8803. May Adam Law Firm of Pierre, since 1881.
At The Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization focused on nurturing the potential of every youth and adult in our community.
Hi, this is Lincoln Keenholtz. The Oahe YMCA has been a big part of my life. I have been involved in youth sports for as long as I can remember. I also have been using the Y over the years to practice my skills. The Oahe YMCA is a great place for youth to build healthy habits from the inside out.
Discover your Y at the Oahe Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. We'll see you at the Y.
at Riggs High Gym. Time for the starting lineups here in our Pots of a State Farm pregame show. The 6th seed Pierre Governors at 13-7 against the number 11 seed Gorman Knights at 7-13. We'll meet the Knights first, and starting at one guard will be Peyton Hagee, a 6'2" senior. Talked about the other guards, a 6'2" senior shooter Matthew Eng, and Radley Mooney, who is an up-and-down water bug, a 5'9" senior for the Knights. At one forward, I believe, will be Sullivan Schlimgen, a 6'2" sophomore, and the big guy in the middle, Xander Benz, a 6'7" senior for the Knights, with Hagee, Eng, Mooney, Schlimgen, and Benz, the starting five. Guys like Hayden Gross, Jade Anstein, Ryland Satter, who can come in and make some plays, Niyun Doot, and also, I believe, Gavin Muirhead, another 6'7" senior, could come in off the bench. He did not play in the first game, but he may be in this one. Bennett Dannenbring, though, apparently not playing in this game. And again, an assumption, and until I see otherwise for the O'Gorman Knights. Their head coach is Derek Roby, assisted by his son Alex Roby, Zach Cole, Sam Jacobson, Connor Nagel, and a couple of others. For the Pierre Governors, seniors playing their final home game forever here at Riggs High Gym will include Jacob Mayer, the 5'11" guard, Brecken Kruger, the 6'1" shooting specialist, Lincoln Keenholz at 6'3". Hard to imagine these guys playing their final home game in Governor Green. At 6'3", and a senior is Benjamin Heisler, the forward, and the power forward will need a big game today, Jackson Edmond at 6'7", the senior, with Kruger, Keenholz, Mayer, Heisler, Edmond. Starting five for the Governors, Cade Kaiser, the 6'2" junior, Christian Bush, the 6'4" senior, Luke Olson, a 5'8" sophomore, have to play big here today off the bench as well. Brianna Kuzler, the head coach, assisted by Skip Kurth, Brevin Kaiser, and Latrell LaRush. Your starting lineups are brought to you by Envirotech, and we will hear after a 3-minute break the other starting lineups as well. That is today's game officials, our law on the court from the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Consumer Protection Division. Our pregame continues in 3 minutes. This is Governor postseason basketball.
Envirotech makes life a little bit simpler. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what is handed to you, Envirotech has you covered. One call is all it takes to have easy setup, easy pickup, and easy payment. Call Envirotech at 605-224-4804 or use their website to pay your bill online at EnvirotechWaste.com. Use their mobile app, Waste Connect. Check their website or receive a robocall for collection schedule because of weather or holidays. Envirotech has you covered.
Smart grocery shopping takes a little bit of TLC. Lynn's Dakota Mart in Pierre is thrifty, local, and convenient. Do your grocery shopping upstairs. Spacious aisles filled with savings. Shop sporting goods in the lower level. Apparel and footwear for the entire family with brand names like Columbia, Outdoor Research, and Adidas. Hunting and fishing gear, bait and equipment, and guns. Stop by Dakota Mart Gas and save up to 20 cents per gallon every day. Thrifty, local, convenient. Lynn's Dakota Mart in Pierre, your hometown neighborhood market.
Flip your loan, lower your payment with great rates from Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union. This is Jody. Now is the time to refinance your vehicle or recreational vehicle with rates as low as 2.3%. Plus, no payments for 90 days and $75 cash after finalization. Come see us on North Garfield Avenue at Northridge Plaza. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Wagner Auto Company, South Dakota's oldest auto dealer in Pierre, is your transportation headquarters in central South Dakota. With a great selection of new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep vehicles, and a large selection of quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. View their entire inventory at WagnerAuto.com. Experience the Wagner Auto difference for yourself by letting them help you with your next set of wheels. Wagner Auto Company in Pierre.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in South Dakota needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Gift cards are great things to give as gifts. But when someone tells you you need to use a gift card to pay for something you owe, like utilities, taxes, and other fees, red flags should go off, and it should cause you to stop and think. Most legitimate companies will never tell you to pay with a gift card. Before you go to purchase these gift cards, please call Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986 and let them check things out for you so you're not out of your hard-earned money.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. River 92.7, KGFX-FM, Pierre. If you drink, don't drive.
Back at Riggs High Gym, the official voice of Governor Athletics, River 92.7, DRGnews.com. Brian Oakland with a play-by-play. Just a gorgeous rendition by a young lady of our national anthem here. And now the spotlight will come down for the starting lineups on the court of play. We've got our other starting lineup to give to you. It's the naming of today's game officials. Our law on the court. They're brought to you by the Attorney General's Office of the state of South Dakota, their Consumer Protection Division. Licensed and assigned by the South Dakota High School Activities Association to officiate high school basketball, to officiate this game of the SoDak16. To do this game are D'Amico Rodriguez and Dwayne McPherson, I believe, from the Rapid City area. Chris Long coming up from Presho as well to join the crew. D'Amico Rodriguez, Dwayne McPherson, Chris Long, thanks to those guys for doing what is oftentimes a thankless job in officiating high school sports. To all officials, thanks for what you've done throughout this season and for what you do for the rest of each and every high school basketball season. Game officials, the law on the court. The lineups coming up. The Gorman Knights will be in road royal blue with the white numbers, gold trim. The Governors will be in home white tonight with the green numbers and the black trim. I should say today, in fact, as the spotlight is on, the skylights are still allowing daylight in. It's a beautiful day outside, but it's a beautiful day indoors as well. It's a whiteout condition, too, for the Governor student bodies. Some of the rest of the fans, yours truly included, wearing white tonight, trying to help the Governors on to their next destination, which would be the Monument in Rapid City. That's where the state AA basketball tournament will be a couple of weekends from now. Big win for the Governor girls last night, defeating Brookings 68-42. The Governors are the 2 seed going to the state AA, and they'll have a matchup on Thursday against number 7 Rapid City Stevens. All of the Governor games will be here on River 92.7. That first one starting at 5:30 with a 6 o'clock tip-off of the quarterfinal round of the state AA coming up in just a bit. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. We're back to tip this one off. The Comtech opening tip for the SoDak16 is next. Governor basketball is on. Your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
Hey, it's the old top Gator here with Gator's Pizza Pasta Subs in the Northridge Plaza. Ready for something new and out of the normal pizza world? Pop on out and try Gator's new Peachy Serrano Chicken Pizza, an aromatic bouquet of sweet peaches, an amazing flavorful spicy Serrano chili sauce, accompanied with our seasoned chicken, real mozzarella and cheddar cheese. The spice level is about an 8 out of 10 on this item. Gator's has dine-in, carry-out, or curbside pickup, or delivery through DoorDash. Gator's Pizza Pasta Subs in the Northridge Plaza.
Comtech has your technology solutions. Check out their showroom located right off the truck route on Irwin Street. Come in and see what you've been missing. A large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security and telecommunication systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. Wishing all athletes the best of luck in today's competition. Comtech. Come see what you've been missing.
Welcome back to Riggs High Gym, and the opening tip brought to you by Comtech Communication and Electronics Sales and Services on the truck bypass in Pierre. The opening tip won by Ben Heisler, but he swatted it out of bounds over to the Governor's side, so Gorman gets the first possession. They want a long 3 right off the bat. It's an air ball, and the rebound saved, but into the hands of Brecken Kruger. Now left to right, the Governors will set up on their first offensive set, and the student body will let them hear about it. I believe that was Matthew Eng who wanted that first one. He hit 7 of those the last time he was here. Here's Lincoln Keno's taking it to the rack and scoring first. we'll see if scoring often will be the follow-up to scoring first. 2-0 Governors. Gorman moving from right to left as you follow the action at drgnews.com and the River 92.7 page. Xander Benz at 6-7 against Jackson Edmond. 6-7. Turnaround shot up no good for Benz, and Edmond will collect the rebound. Governors look to add to a 2-0 lead. Edmond will think about it. Then he gives it off to Kruger. Now Kruger moves, kicks out. Mayer for three. That one will not go. Usually Jacob Mayer hits his first one, but not today. It is still 2-0. Rebound down to Henry Theobald, who is in the starting lineup. Theobald is a 6-foot junior, along with Sullivan Schlimgen. There's a nice pass. Schlimgen inside to Xander Benz, and we're tied 2-2 as Benz kisses it off the glass. So Peyton Hagee, a 6'2 senior, who started against the Governors the last time these two teams played, not in the starting lineup today. It is Eng, Mooney, the guards, along with Schlimgen and Theobald and Xander Benz in the post. The Knights will tip one away on the near side. Mayer will inbound in a 2-2 game. Keenholz has the baseline he wanted to kick out to Heisler. Heisler was heading into inbound. Looked like Keenholz may have actually had an open look at the basket, but played a little too unselfishly that time. Still 2-2. First turnover for the Govs. There's the pass heading out of bounds. Mooney right to left across the timeline. They started with Benz up top. Now Mooney. Maybe some happy feet there, but he gets it to Theobald up top. Eng is open for three, but he's short off the front of the rim, and Kruger will pull down another rebound. Remaining tied here. Governors in that man defense. Here's Edmond working his way inside. He'll have to kick it back out. Now it's Kruger from the corner. Three ball good. Well, Kruger hits his first big one of the night. 5-2, 5:40 to play, quarter number one. On the move, Theobald stops at the right elbow. Nowhere to go. He gets rid of it. Back to Matthew Eng. He'll bring it right side. Driving in and around Keenholz. That is pretty. Matthew Eng with the scoop. Got around Lincoln Keenholz defensively, but he scooped it up and under Jackson Edmond, who was ready to block as well. Mayer across the timeline in a 5-4 lead. Edmond to Keenholz down to the baseline. He'll be trapped. He finds Mayer, though. Now Heisler in the middle of the lane. Pump fake. Shot up. No good. But to the free throw line he will go. Ben Heisler to shoot two. First foul in the game will go to Xander Benz, the big guy for O'Gorman. 5-4 early on. Student body standing. I don't think they'll be sitting this entire game. Heisler to shoot two, and the first one is good. Upsville up there, lead to 2 with a chance for one more here. And again, interesting to watch is how O'Gorman stays in, is able to get in their rhythm after showing up late. I don't know if that was by design at all. Heisler 2 for 2, so good to see guys, at least one guy hitting a free throw. Edmond steals. Here we go. First jam of the day. Jackson Edmond. Edmond puts the Governors up by 5. Now a drive on the way back. And to the free throw line will go Sullivan Schlimgen. That's a good strong move by Sully. 6'2", sophomore. Challenging the Govs, and he gets Heisler to commit his first personal. Governors with their 63rd slam dunk of the season. That one on a steal and a breakaway jam by the future Black Hills State Yellow Jacket, Jackson Edmond. Schlimgen's first one is good. 9-5 our score. Second one also good. And O'Gorman starts off 2 of 2 from the line. 9-6 updated. Here's Keenholz on the near side. Looking the survey situation over. Now he gets it back from Kruger. Keenholz, no look pass to Mayer, skipping it across. Here's Heisler. Almost interrupted by Schlimgen, but Heisler keeps it alive. 15 on the shot clock. Quick pass, Mayer to Edmond. This one no good. Second chance is blocked on the way back up after Heisler had pulled down the rebound. Good block perhaps by Xander Benz. As the Knights come out of there with it. Peyton Hagee, a 6'2 senior, is in. Started in the game in January here at Riggs High Gym. First one off the bench here. Here's Eng. Got a man in the air. Drives. Feeds. Benz is up and good. 4 in a row here for the Knights. It's back to a 9-8 ball game. Halfway through quarter number 1. The winner on to the state tournament. Here's Edmond. Boy, he's got hands all over, and we'll have a foul, I believe, on the floor. Dwayne McPherson, Chris Long. They're saying it's on the floor. No shot. And the foul will go to Peyton Hagee reaching in. That's a pretty good call and a good job of discussing by the officials. First sub for the Governors brings Cade Kaiser in off the bench, a 6'2 junior, Jacob Mayer. First one to check out. Kaiser to inbound. Gets it into Edmond, lobbing it up top. Edmond directing some traffic. Behind the back dribble, feeds. Keenholz, it's up and good. In traffic, Jackson Edmond makes the sweet pass. Keenholz with the good feed, or the good receive and the good finish. He has 4. And it's 11-8. Looking to tie it, though. Matthew Eng can't get this one either. He's 0 for 3 to start. That one was the closest of the 3. Keenholz hesitates. He gets pushed out of the way. Edmond follows off of the miss. It's up and good for 2. Second chance basket for the Governors. Edmond with 4. Keenholz has 4. Kruger and Heisler combining for 5. It's 13-8 Governors. 3 minutes to play. Here is Bennett Dannenbring, so he is in there. Good to see a great athlete back out onto the floor. Just I didn't see him earlier in warm-ups. Here's Eng fading back. 10-footer is good in the paint. And there's again the offensive and athletic ability of Matthew Eng on a basketball court. Press broken by the Governors. They had a 2-on-2, but they play it patiently. Here's Keenholz. Hagee faces him up. Kaiser off of the right block, or right elbow. Edmond, he'll find Kruger for 3. Brecken Kruger, 2 out of 2, 16-10. There's the difference. The Governors leading by 6. First quarter, 2:10 to play. Already off to a fast start for really both teams. Could have a high-scoring game here once again. Xander Benz up top. Eng fakes. He had Keenholz in the air. Lincoln trying to pick his pocket. Eng hesitates, and the leaner up no good. And Edmond will chip the rebound to himself. Left to right, coming the Governors again. Kruger thought about it. Now he fires, but this 3 ball's off the mark, and Heisler is held by Dannenbring. Ben Heisler would have been in position to pull that offensive rebound down, but fouled by Bennett Dannenbring. That'll be his first and the team's 3rd. Luke Olson, sophomore, checking in to play some guard for the Governors. Heisler checking out. Gorman brings a good student body with them. They still, like the Governors, are standing and probably will be for much of this day. 1:45 off of the inbound. Governors will set it up. Looking to add to a 6-point lead. Olson tries to pass. It's cut off by Hayden Gross. He'll get it up ahead, and there is Gavin Muirhead finishing with the jam. Muirhead, the 6'7" senior off the bench. The Gorman fans loving that. Yep. There's some big fellas for O'Gorman, just like the Governors, who can get up and fly. Keenholz to Kruger. Back to Lincoln. He'll fire a 3. That is too strong. Underneath. Olson, the winless guy on the floor with the offensive rebound and the reverse put back up and in. 18-12. Mooney to Muirhead. Now to Eng. Lobbing up. Edmond cuts off the alley-oop, but pulled down by Muirhead. No feet across the lane, and the finish goes to Bennett Dannenbring. Good play for the Knights, who stay within 4, 18-14. 45 seconds to play. We're in the first quarter. There's Olson. Leaves it with Keenholz. Now Kruger trying to get it to Edmond. High receive. He will challenge. Shot up a little too strong. No good. Eng down with a rebound. Edmond stuck on 4. It's 25 seconds to play. The shot clock will be off, and O'Gorman hanging tough with the Governors, who have played a good first quarter of play. Bradley Mooney fires a 3. That's no good. Edmond for the rebound, and Pierce still has plenty of time to try to close out our first stanza. O'Gorman 0 for 4 so far. Crowd will count it down. Keenholz with 4 to 3. Takes the screen, fakes the 3, finds Olsen for 3. No, too strong here for Luke Olsen. And our first quarter will come to an end. We're on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. The Governors have the first lead, 18 to 14. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas in Pierre. We're back in 60 seconds for quarter number 2. The SoDak16 is on River 92.7 at drgnews.com.
This winter, sip on a
The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
Acres Ahead is back with AgTegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local AgTegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Riggs High jammed the Govs on an 8 of 16 effort in the first quarter. Gorman also shooting 50% at 6 of 12. The Govs get a couple of threes that are a part of the difference in this one. So far, 18 to 14, Pierre basketball to start quarter number 2. Brian Oakland with the call. Here's Lincoln Keenholz in the corner, hitting a 3. And the Governors will up their lead back to 7, matching the biggest so far. Keenholz with 7 points himself. Governor basketball brought to you in part by Pierre Sports Marketing sponsors, including Bank West and Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, the Dairy Queen, Overhead Door, and our friends and video partners with Live Ticket giving us the video stream. On the baseline goes Eng, and as Edmond gets a hand on the dribble, that's the one that got the bounce on the end line. It'll stay with O'Gorman. Maybe a break here for the Knights as Muirhead will check out. The other big fella, Xander Benz, back in here for OG. Eng gets it into him, gets it right back, wants to drive, he stops, fades back and hits. Matthew Eng. Deception is a big part of his game, and he's very good at that. Now he's got a defensive takeaway. Crowd's going to want to stay travel, but they won't get it. Now Mooney on the wing. Knights looking to cut into a 5-point hole. First minute's gone by, second quarter. In the quest for the state tournament for both of these teams. Mooney backing off against Kruger. He better start advancing the basketball. Now he does. Feeds across, but at the knees of Benz, it'll be kicked out of bounds. Turnover here, number 2 for the Knights. The Govs will get it back. 2-for-2 swap. Matthew Eng checking out. Sully Schlimgen and Henry Theobald, who both started, are back in. Jacob Mayer back on for the Govs. Starting 5 replenished here. Keenholz will take the pass across the timeline from left to right. He gets it to Mayer. Mayer looking. Back to Keenholz now. Keenholz fakes. Nowhere to go, but he tries to get it back to Edmond, and it's tipped but saved by Kruger into the hands of the Knights, and an extra pass here from Hagee will get it to Mooney, and it's up and in. So the Governors have miscommunicated a couple of times and turnovers as a result. Their 4th turnover of the day. Here's Edmond feeding underneath another reverse jam. Ben Jam and Heisler. As he puts one down, it's the 3rd time he's had a reverse jam just like that this year. Here's Schlimgen coming back. 4-3, no good. Edmond brings down the rebound. Keenholz now back with it, 23-18. Govs in the lead. Here's Heisler for 3 from the corner, and he hits it. Off of assist number 5 for Jackson Edmond, 26-18. The Governors with a 5-point flurry, leading by 8, their biggest so far here in the first half. On the move is Mooney. He will fake. Taken away by Edmond, though. He was looking for Benz. Keenholz left to right across the time stripe, gets a screen, but Hagee stays with him. Now Heisler to Edmond. Up top, looking. Keenholz will cut back out to the wing. Take the pass. Gets the screen. Pulls up. Right elbow. Tried to get it off the glass. It's no good. Rebound is tipped to Edmond, and the Govs still have it. Now Mayer making the move. No good. Tip by Heisler. He couldn't get it to go. Ben's down with it. Good effort by Mayer. Maybe a little out of control. Now on the move here in the baseline. And the block by Heisler to take it back. Hagee tried to get a pretty baseline drive, but couldn't get it to go. Now still 26-18 with 4.5 minutes to go. Kruger from Mayer out on the right wing. Swing it over up top. Heisler to Mayer in front of the Knight bench. Free throw line, receive. Keenholz a little bit short from there. Heisler battles with Benz and will have a held ball. This will be an O'Gorman possession, though, with the arrow. The pass to Keenholz made him adjust just a little bit. And as he tried to stay in rhythm and put the shot up, didn't quite have the rhythm he needed and was a little bit short. Bennett Dannenbring back in. Inbounding. Christian Bush checks in for the first time. Big fella for the Governors down low. Yes, he will have the assignment of guarding Xander Benz. Bush facing him up here. Benz gets it to Matthew Eng, who's also back in. He gets around Keenholz. He'll scoop and score. Keenholz tried to get that wrap-around push steal, but Eng too good for that. 4 minutes to go, second period. Matthew with 8 points to lead the Knights. But he's 0 for 3 from long range so far. Heisler to Mayer now on a 6-point Governor advantage. Here's Bush from the left elbow, too strong. Heisler tries, but it is now Ben who is pushing an O'Gorman rebounder. Second team foul for the Governors, but Ben Heisler has both of them. Cade Kaiser checking in. Jackson Edmond will join him. Kruger is out, and now Heisler with those 2 fouls will check out as well. 26-20, 3:41 to go. We're in the second quarter. Sports marketing sponsors for the Governors and our broadcasts include Rinky Gray Wealth Management, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City Ford, Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, and Brittany Schuffelbein Agency of American Family Insurance in Pierre. Pierre Sports Marketing sponsors. An offensive foul away from the basketball called on Radley Mooney. And with 3.5 to play, the Governors will get it back off of turnover number 4 by the Knights. Here's Kaiser from Mayer. Front of the Governors, student body white. Edmond, Mayer, Bush. Now to Keenholz. Jackson Edmond out on the wing. Drives in the middle of the lane. Shot is up. No good. And the rebound knocked away. Oh, no. Bush had the first hand on it, and it was knocked away by O'Gorman. At least that was the vantage point from up here. But O'Gorman will get the basketball here. They say out on Bush. So here come the Knights. Slowly across the timeline, setting it up. Hayden Gross, the 6'2 junior off the bench. He'll leave it with Hagee. Looking for a screen and roll to Muirhead, but Mayer does a nice job in getting back in the passing lane and knocking it away. Jacob Mayer with good recognition there. Under 3 minutes to go in the first half. 26-20. Governors scoring is slowed a bit here in the second period. The inbound to Eng. He spots up, fires a 3, and that is off the rim and over the backboard. Out of bounds to the Governors. Still a 6-point lead. Pierre led 18-14 at the end of 1. Now Mayer gets an opportunity to walk it across from left to right. Picks up his dribble. He'll go to Bush on the lob at the high post. Now finds Edmond. Takes the screen from Keenholz. Steps inside. Splits defenders, and Jackson Edmond is up and good for 2. Tough basket. Eddie with 6. 28-20. 8-point lead again for the Govs. O'Gorman playing it patiently here with Hagee. Back to Gross. Now out to the corner. Matthew Eng. Keenholz on him, staying with him this time, but that fadeaway again is there, but a long arm rebound off of the miss of Eng by Jackson Edmond. Edmond putting a complete game together so far, as per usual. Here's Kaiser on the top of the key. Picks it up. He'll give it to Bush. Back to Cade Kaiser as the Governors try to play for the right shot here. Keenholz now backing off, fakes, crosses over, spins, he travels with it. One of the Knights got a hand on the basketball here as Lincoln tried to spin with it, and I think that interrupted his opportunity to put a clean shot up. Gavin Muirhead out. Xander Benz back in. Gross and Dannenbrink checking signals from Coach Roby. Gross playing keep away on the dribble from Brecken Kruger. Finds Eng. Might have been a double dribble, but they say he didn't have his hand over the top of the basketball, receiving the pass. Now stepping on the end line is Eng. I was just about to say he's doing a great job keeping the dribble alive, but Keenholz with the defense forces him out of bounds, and the Governors will get a takeaway here. Gross will check out. Mooney back in as a guard. No timeouts in this game yet, but timeouts in our broadcast brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. Nice afternoon to enjoy a Coca-Cola product. 28-20, the Governors lead. Kaiser looking for Keenholz. Knocked away by the Knights. It'll be a baseline throw-in coming here for the Govs. Mayer to do the honors as the Govs get in the box along the lane. Out to the half circle. Edmond with a little bouncer to Keenholz. Lincoln will make his move. Left-handed scoop comes up short. And a foul on the rebound as Benz came in there to collect it. Just a little push by Mayer. I don't know how significant that little contact piece was, but as Benz comes down, he falls down. That might have made the call a little bit easier to make. First personal for Jacob Mayer, the third for the Governors. Here comes the drive by Benz. Mayer will deny the easy layup. But Mayer with his second foul in a row. He and Heisler now both with two personals, and we'll have free throws for the 6'7" senior, Xander Benz. 28-20, Governors still leading by 8 for the time being. Benz is swishing the first one, though. His 5th point with another a chance for one more. Into the final minute of the first half with 49 seconds to play. Second one for Benz is good. 28-22 as Olsen takes the inbound. He'll get it back to Keenholz. Lincoln will set things up. Hagee draws the defensive assignment. Governors bleeding some clock here early in the shot clock. About a 12 or a 13-second difference yet between shot clock and game clock, winding down the second period. Edmond with a feed underneath to Olsen. Last touch by Mooney. It'll stay with the Governors. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Interesting how the Govs, their passing game has been second to none of late these last few ball games, even in the loss to Mitchell, who did a good job defensively. But it's interesting when the big guys are passing to the little guys down underneath the basket, such as Luke Olsen. Olsen will look to somebody to inbound. He'll find Brecken Kruger up on top. Kruger dribbles right, finds Edmond inside the lane, has his pocket picked by Dannenbrink. Edmond trying to keep it alive, and a foul is going to be called instead of a jump ball. Governor fans aren't going to like that. Edmond was just trying to get the loose ball back. Well, every fan's an interpreter. Everybody's got his right to the basketball, I guess, on that one. It didn't look like Jackson was trying to grab the arm, but give Dannenbrink the steal in that one. Turnover. Number 6, Governor fans obviously a little displeased. This is as loud of a crowd as we have had all year. Here comes Mooney. That might have been a travel, but otherwise it's a pretty good drive, and Mooney with the reverse is up and in. 2 seconds, one. Olsen doesn't get a shot off, and a 4-point lead for the Govs at the end of one stays intact as both teams scored just 10 points in the second period on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. Intermission hits us, and it's 28-24, the Governors on top of the O'Gorman Knights here in the SoDak16 scoreboard from Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Halftime is up, and that's sponsored by Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial in the Northridge Plaza in Pierre. 3 minutes, and we're back to talk about this first half. The Govs on top by 4 on River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
Community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
We all want to be happy, but sometimes that doesn't feel possible. But if you have hope, you have everything. Rising Hope Counseling provides high-quality mental health services with locations across South Dakota. Additionally, by providing telehealth, we ensure South Dakota's rural residents have access to high-quality mental health services. Our team lives and works in your communities, and we understand the unique challenges we face. Schedule an appointment by phone or online today. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.
Oh, why am I so sore?
There are everyday moments.
We can totally do this ourselves.
That hurt.
And there are epic moments.
This'll be epic! Yeah, that was awesome.
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics.
Hi, Doc. My knee.
We'll help you move forward so you can tell the story.
Shoulder, my elbow.
Your winning destination, the Golden Buffalo Casino in Lower Brule, gives you more chances to win. Hot seat drawings, pick a prize drawings, chances to win great prizes, the hottest slots around. It's all just waiting for you at the Golden Buffalo Casino. Find out more by logging on to thegoldenbuffalocasino.com and by following them on Facebook. Just minutes north of Reliance, exit 248. We'd like to thank you for tuning into this broadcast and supporting our area youth. The Golden Buffalo Casino, proud to support Live Ticket.
Synergy Sign Company, the area's newest sign company in Platte. We offer signage solutions for your business, from custom signs and banners to digital displays, autographics, and more. We'll help your business create a memorable impression. Synergy Sign Company, from custom signs to digital displays. Give us a call at 605-337-2686 or visit us online at Synergy Sign.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
At Jan Bussey Ford & Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford & Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
Riverview RV Park overlooks Lake Sharp on the Missouri River. They have all the amenities from full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi. There's no need to drive across the country. When here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at briggsrvpark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
The weather still might be cold, but it's never too early to think about how you want to spend those upcoming summer days. Owyhee Federal Credit Union is running their recreational loan special that offers 90 days no payments and terms up to 15 years. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Owyhee Federal Credit Union get you ready for those sunny days ahead.
People helping people. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
Service Master of Pierre is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup. Service Master of Pierre is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
I tell you what, if they start getting hot, the Governors could be in some trouble coming up in this second half. We'll see how it goes. The second half throw-in, like the opening tip, is brought to you by Comtech, Communication and Electronic Sales and Services in Pierre. Governors with the opening possession, now moving right to left here. As you follow the action, being able to watch it on drgnews.com and the River 92.7 page. Keenholz to Edmond. Jackson Edmond with a jump hook, and the first basket is up and good for Pierre to up the lead to 6 as we begin our third quarter of play. The Knights in royal blue, gold and white. Left to right now, Mooney at the high post. Tried to get it to Xander Benz. Edmond got a hand on it. Mayer helping out. And the Knights will start with a turnover. As Mayer gets it across the timeline, he's called for a carry. Jacobs looking toward his bench on the whistle. And he was expecting a foul because there was contact there as well. But it is a carry of the basketball. And the Knights have it back, trailing 30-24. First fire here, Gross up at the top of the key, and Kruger is fouled over the top by Matthew Eng. Hayden Gross, who gets the start in the second half, had a big line drive. The foul here to Eng, his first personal. And the Govs will take it back right to left across the time stripe. Mayer sets it up in front of the Pierre bench to Brecken Kruger. Ben Heisler now underneath, Mayer to Kruger, good. Kruger with a reverse on the left hand. That's a good job of ball movement there. That's what the Governors will need throughout this second half to the offensive efficiency standpoint that we were just talking about at the end of halftime. Here's Mooney, left side, up top. They'll switch off. Edmond tries to get back on his man, but Mooney fires a three. Backside rebound off of the miss by Xander Benz, and we've got, looks like another Governor foul here. Everybody's expecting a jump ball, but Heisler comes in to try to take it away, and Chris Long says, nope, you got him on the arm again. And Ben Heisler with an early third personal foul will have to check out. Cade Kaiser in with 6:32 to play here in the third period. 32-24, the lead back to its biggest of the day for the Governors at 8. Matching that, here's Eng trying to get around Keenholz, stays with the shuffle, and boy, Matthew Eng backs off and puts it up and in again. Eng is 6'2", but that move is something you see more out of a 6'5", 6'7" guy. Here's Keenholz behind the back against Gross. Down to the low block, back out to Edmond for three, but he'll fire a little long, and it is Sullivan Schlimgen with the rebound down in front of Jackson Edmond. Long three here, and Eng can't get the shooter's touch. It's Kruger down with the rebound here for Pierre. 32-26, 2 minutes plus gone by, third quarter. Mayer hands off to Keenholz, who will hand off to Kruger. Now Brecken moving right side, stays back out on top, and Edmond with it again, back to Kruger, fakes the three. Governors patient on offense again. Mayer picks up the dribble. Now Edmond will try to drive, fouled. And 2 shots coming. Shot wouldn't go. He missed it off to the left a bit. Clock stopping with 5:36 to play. Haven't had a lot of free throws in this game. O'Gorman is 4 for 4. The Governors have only attempted 2. And Jackson Edmond will get 2 shots here. This is the second personal for Radley Mooney, the first Knight player with 2 fouls. Edmond, who's been shooting free throws well today, or rather lately, rattles his first one in and out. Bennett Dannenbring and Gavin Muirhead checking in. Benz and Schlimgen are out. Second one for the lefty, Edmond. Good soft touch on that one. That's his 9th point, and the Governors up their lead to 7. 33-26, 5.5 to go, quarter number 3. Dannenbring to the big guy, Muirhead on top. He's going backside, but the alley-oop is no good. Taken away by Edmond off the backboard. You can call that a rebound or a turnover, but no real possession by the Knights on that alley-oop. So I'll go with a turnover. Here's Kruger driving. Comes to a stop to Keenholz. Oh, he just got smashed from behind, but Lincoln puts it up and in for 2 and a chance at a 3-point play. Lincoln Keenholz got hit on the back of the head, As he's driving down the lane, Dannenbring just trying to go after the ball, accidentally gets him on the head. Kienholz with the bucket, now with a free throw. Too strong, but in and out and back in again. Three-pointer the old-fashioned way for Kienholz, who has a team-high 10. Matthew Eng also with 10 for O'Gorman. The Governor lead is 10, 36-26. Muirhead in the half circle. Thought about it from there, but he gets it off to Mooney. Now Mooney loses the dribble, saves it, but Dannenbring is out of bounds. Bradley Mooney with a high dribble. That ball just bounced up high. The Knights will lose it for the third time here in the third period. The Governors will try to turn a turnover into more points to add to a 10-point advantage. 36-26. Edmond off the high post, left side. Fakes, now fires, and he hits it. Jackson Edmonds settling in. He fakes the shot. There's no movement by Muirhead. Muirhead just challenges him. And Edmonds showing the versatility. The lead is a dozen now, 38-26 for Pierre. Up top, Mooney. Kruger faces him up. He'll find Eng. Quick fire three, short. He follows the shot. 10-footer this time. Will not go either. Kaiser rebounds for the Governors. Jacob Mayer to set things up. Gets it past the timeline against Mooney. Down near side with it, Kruger. Governors on the move from right to left. Halfway through the third. Kienholz to Edmond. He'll back in, and we've got a hand check foul called on Gavin Muirhead. I think it was announced earlier in the year, and I apologize to O'Gorman fans. I cannot remember where Muirhead has his plans to go next year, but he's a next-level player, no doubt about it. 38-26. His first personal. The Governors get a fresh shot clock. 3:50 to go. We're in the third. Ball movement. Edmond against Xander Benz now, who's in for Muirhead. Nowhere to go. Governors will reset. Plenty of time. Kienholz to Kaiser. Cade going to drive. Dannenbring clips him. Kaiser put a layup in, but this foul is called on the floor. What a move for Cade Kaiser, but the Governors don't get the benefit of the continuation. Dannenbring, meanwhile, will pick up his third personal. Team foul number 5 for the visitors. Here with another fresh shot clock. The inbound here. Kienholz somehow hang times. It's up and good. Well, when you can jump out of the gym, you've got about 3 seconds to decide how you really want to shoot the basketball. Here's a travel for Eng, who hesitated on the drive before putting the shot up. And O'Gorman not doing themselves any favors. Derek Roby is going to need a timeout to talk about it. 30-second break coming up here with 3:19 left in the third. The Governors upping their lead to 40-26. Now they call it a full timeout. We'll take it 60 seconds. Coca-Cola break. This is Governor postseason basketball.
The weather.
Grossenberg Implement is your John Deere parts headquarters, and they're going to save you money on your sprayer this week. Save 8% on sprayer hub oils. Don't feel comfortable changing the oil yourself? Then ask their service department for help. Schedule your sprayer for a winter inspection and save even more time and money. This week only, again, save 8% on sprayer hub oil at your servicing dealer, Grossenberg Implement, where service is the other half of a great product. Locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming, or online at grossenberg.com.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
DRG Media. Back at Riggs High, Governors upping the lead to 14 now after leading by 4 at the end of both the first and second periods. Out of the timeout by the Knights, the Governors have the basketball, getting it across. Kienholz to Mayer, has his entry pass tipped right back to him, but Mayer with a good job and keep alive. Jade Anstein, a 5'10 senior, just checked in for the first time in the game. Anstein still against Mayer. Across the lane, Kaiser, and offensive foul going to be called on Jacob Mayer as he runs over Sullivan Schlimgen, who came across to help out defensively. Ben Heisler on the bench with 3. Jacob Mayer now picks up his 3rd personal foul. A break there for the Knights because Kaiser looked like he had an open layup. Here is Eng to Hagee. Anstein now to the left wing, lobbing it inside. Misses Benz, but Anstein hauled it in. Now a nice scoop, but it's off no good by Matthew Eng, or Hagee rather. And Jackson Edmond will pull down the rebound. Here's Kienholz. Mayer still in there with 3 personals. Brianna Kuzler choosing for senior leadership, maybe instead of Luke Olson, who's played as well. Some point guard. Edmond around Benz. It's up and good for 2. Jackson Edmond continues to shine here in the 3rd quarter. The lead to 16, 42-26. Eng against Kienholz under the basket. Nowhere to go. He finds Benz instead. Benz jump hook over Edmond is good. Xander Benz with a pretty move and a finish himself, 42-28. Mayer against Anstein. Anstein, a better shuffling defender. Here's Edmond pushed from behind by Benz, receiving the entry pass. Team foul number 6, the last to give for the Knights here in the second half. Benz's 2nd personal. 42-28, now a 3-for-3 swap for O'Gorman. Mooney, Muirhead, and Hayden Gross back in. Both bigs in there now for O'Gorman for the first time today. 6'7" seniors, both Gavin Muirhead and Xander Benz. Quick conversation between Mr. Dwayne McPherson and Brianna Kuzler about something, but we inbound. Kienholz to Edmond. Back to Lincoln. Steps aside. Corner 3 will not go from the right side. The rebound tip to Eng. And here come the Knights. A 3 up top for Eng. He still can't get one. Kruger rebounds, but Eng will take it right back. Now underneath, Muirhead to Benz. Stutters the step, kept the foot down though, and he'll score. So a turnover into a bucket for the Knights. They're back within 12 at 42-30. Minute 10 to go, 3rd quarter. Cubs led by 16 a short time ago. Here's Kienholz to Mayer. That's up and good. That's the recognition and the trust that we talked about at the end of halftime that the Governors need to continue with. Kienholz and Mayer on the same page that time. Here's a pass. It'll go out of bounds. The screen and roll, and the Governor defense closed off the gap as Matthew Eng was looking for Xander Benz. Edmond checking out with a fine hand, deservedly so. Christian Busch is in. We're in the final minute, quarter number 3. 52 seconds to play. Kienholz will push it up to Kaiser, coming back to get it. Kaiser will take it across the timeline. He'll slow it up. Mayer with Mooney in his face now. Front of the Governor bench, right wing with it is Kaiser. He'll find Busch. Christian on the high post, right side. Swing it out and around to the left with Mayer. 15 on the shot clock. Kienholz didn't have time to shoot on that sequence. He'll drive. Back out to Kruger. 7 to shoot. Kruger with an extra pass. Busch! Open in for 2. Brecken Kruger with a fine pass. Christian Busch gets the finish, his first 2 of the game. And the Governors lead 46-30, matching their biggest lead of the day. 5 seconds to go in the 3rd. Down low block. Benz gets Kienholz up in the air. He'll score. Kienholz fouls, and Xander Benz will go to the stripe to look for one more. That was a well-composed finish of this 3rd quarter by O'Gorman. Ben's not rushing the issue. Made a great post move. He got Kienholz to commit his first personal foul. Free throw is up and good. The Governors can still go the length of the floor in about 2 seconds here to see if they can get one down. Mayer, half court, heave, up! No, it's off to the right and off the mark. But a great 3rd quarter for the Governors as they open up a 13-point lead going to the 4th. Gales Gas Service scoreboard has Pierre 46, O'Gorman 33. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierce. 60 seconds with 8 minutes to go to the state tournament when we come back here in the SoDak16 on River 92.7.
Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Knowles wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Quarter station.
Highway safety. River 92.7. KGFX FM. Pierre. You booze. You cruise. You lose.
Welcome back to Riggs High, Jim. We go to the fourth quarter. The Governors with an 18-9 advantage in quarter number 3. As O'Gorman has the first possession, Radley Mooney with a bump on the drive tries to float one up. Second chance no good for Muirhead. Christian Bush down with the rebound. And Pierre leading 46-33. Good to have you along here. Tipped pass to Mayer. It's up and good. A Kaiser pass was tipped. It didn't get to its intended recipient, but Jacob Mayer goes down the left side of the lane and he finishes the drive. Here's Eng. Boy, he thought about 3. Last second, he gets it to Benz underneath. He'll take a push from Christian Bush. And Bushy with his first personal will send Xander Benz back to the free throw line. Team foul number 4 here for the Govs. So they've got a couple to give here as we play through the fourth quarter. O'Gorman sitting at 6 for team fouls. And the Governors are in the bonus the rest of the way. Benz, perfect on the first. We'll try another one. Bush checks out. Jackson Edmond back in. Starting 5 in there, Ben Heisler, who was on the bench with 3 fouls for much of the third period, starts the fourth. Ben's good again. 5 out of 5 on the stripe for Xander. He has a game-high 15 points. But it's 48-35. The Governors lead by 13. A lot of time to go. Here got to continue to value possessions. Here is a dribble is tipped away by Hayden Gross. Away from Lincoln Keenholz. It'll go out of bounds. Muirhead going to check out. Bennett Dannenbring back in. They give up a little bit of size, but not athleticism. Tip pass out of the inbound from Kaiser, but Keenholz will run it down near half court. First pass here to Edmond. Back to Keenholz. Step back 3. That's off the mark. And Benz in front of the free throw line down with a rebound. Here come the Knights. Mooney has it back. He crosses over. Nice drive. Edmond had a piece of it, but Radley Mooney puts it up and in. Mooney with his 5th and 6th points. First point since the second quarter, though. Knights cut it to 11 with 4 in a row. 48-37. Mayer in front of the Pierre bench. Here's Edmond. Fakes at the free throw line. Wants to get around Benz here. He leans. He scoops. He scores. Jackson Edmond with 15 now to lead Pierre. 50-37. Mooney going to pop a 3 with a screen, and O'Gorman at long last hits their first 3-pointer of the afternoon, and a timeout will be taken by Coach Derek Roby. 6:09 to go, and they're going to ask for a full timeout here. 60 seconds. Coca-Cola breaking the action. Govs lead 50-40. 6:09 to play in the SoDak16 on River 92.7.
And the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierce, South Dakota. At the quarter station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The quarter station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Quarter Station and the Cross.
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is your premier spot to watch all the sports, from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us broadcast on liveticket.tv. The Fieldhouse in Pierre.
Flash now.
Welcome back to Riggs High Gym Governor Basketball, brought to you by your Pierre Postseason. The sponsors who include Oahe Family YMCA, Bauman Lumber, Ferding Electric, Wegner Auto, River Cities Public Transit, First Fisher Rounds and Associates, First Dakota National Bank, Swenson Cowan Dental Office, and American Bank and Trust. So we got a double dribble as Mayer comes across the timeline and approaches the top of the key. A turnover here, number 10 for the Govs, matching O'Gorman's total of the game as well. O'Gorman hit a three to go to a break, and now Radley Mooney, who hit the three, hits another. Stop and pop, 17-footer from the right side. The Knights, for the first time in a while, are back within single digits, 50-42. Mooney has 7 points in this fourth quarter alone. Keenholz picked up the dribble. He'll find Edmond with a little help. Now yielding to Mayer. Here's Brecken Kruger, starting five in there for Pierre. And Heisler to Mayer. Pass stolen by Matthew Eng. Eng with it up across. He'll find Mooney again. Mooney with a hot hand, driving. Edmond gets a piece of it, but his follow-through clips Radley Mooney. And Mooney will go to the free throw line. Could tell right away Matthew Eng, who's had a decent ball game, but not shooting-wise. He wanted to keep it with a hot hand, and that's Mooney. And Mooney about ready to make a play, but he'll have to do it from the free throw line instead. He gets the first one. Jackson Edmond with his second personal foul. Team foul number 5 as Mayer checks out. Cade Kaiser is in. The Governors seeing that lead drop. It was up to 16 in the third period. It's now down to 6. Hoping history doesn't repeat itself. The Governors lost a double-digit lead last year at Sioux Falls Jefferson in this game. That was on the road. Here they've got the home atmosphere to help them out. Keenholz will take an Edmond screen, penetrate, kick out to Kaiser. Kaiser brings it back up to the free throw stripe. Now Edmond to Kruger down low, out to Heisler. Patient possession here. Governors looking for the right shot, but it's a gross steal on the entry pass. Here come the Knights again. Mooney up into the air. Finally got rid of it to Gross, and the Knights will reset. Talked about the hands of the defense of the O'Gorman Knights. Here's Eng stepping back, well off the mark. Not his kind of a day. A Kaiser rebound. He had 7 threes on January 27th in this gym. He doesn't have any yet today. Not without trying, though. Shooters will keep on shooting. Here's Keenholz in motion. Leaves it with Heisler. He drives. And he's going to go to the free throw line, but only a 1-and-1 here. Foul is ruled on the floor. 2-3. That's Bennett Dannenbring with his 4th personal foul. He will have to check out. But now the Knights will have their 2 bigs in there as Muirhead joins Xander Benz on the floor. 50-44, 4:14 to play. Heisler, front end of the 1-and-1 is a big one, and it's good. Then Heisler in some foul trouble today. Still on 3, but he's had to sit the bench for a good portion of the game. Looking for his 9th point, and he has it. 4 out of 4 on the stripe for Heisler. 9 points overall. 52-44, Governors by 8. Got some tight games in the SoDak16. We'll pass scores along when we get an opportunity. Here's Mooney for 3. He hits another one. Hand in his face this time. Radley Mooney with 12 points in the 4th quarter. And the Knights are within 5. 3:52 to play. Timeout to the Governors. Their first of the game, a 60-second break. Timeouts are sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling. 3:52 to play, and we're back in 1 minute. This is Governor Basketball.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Dan O's Marine in Fort Pierre is now selling Vexus and Alumacraft boats and Manitou pontoons. Dan O's is the only Vexus dealer in South Dakota. Come in and see our new selection of Vexus boats for your fun on the water. They still service Yamaha and Mercury motors. We can also supply your rigging needs from Minn Kota and Ghost trolling motors or Hummingbird, Lowrance, and Garmin depth finders. We also carry tubes, skis, and ski ropes and can even order knee boards. Stop in today or give us a call at 605-224-6612.
Every farm is unique.
Back at Riggs High, where Governor basketball brought to you in the postseason on River 92.7 in part by Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Avera St. Mary's Hospital, Gators Pizza, Pasta, and Subs, and Kathy's Sun and Shine Properties. A 52-47 advantage for Pierre. Coming out of the timeout, looking for offense. Lincoln Keenholz with a floater is in and out, and it will not fall. Muirhead down with an O'Gorman rebound. O'Gorman can cut it to a single possession game. Eng up top. Mooney's going to fire an NBA three this time. No good. Saved by Muirhead, who got around Edmond, but it's into the hands of Heisler. Boy, if that one goes, you kind of think that maybe it's O'Gorman's day with Radley Mooney. He forced that one a little too quick. Now 3:10 to play. Kaiser, the Governors really need a bucket here. Edmond coming around. Actually, Mooney came around him. Kruger for three off the back of the rim. Keenholz will run down an offensive keep alive, and the Governors still have it. Crowd appreciates the hustle there. Keenholz will set it up again under 3 minutes to play. Lincoln trying to back in against Hayden Gross. He'll hand it off to Cade Kaiser. Kaiser will leave it with Heisler now. And Keenholz again. Lincoln driving, and a foul on the floor. The hold here to Gross. Just his first personal. And the Governors will have to do it with free throws now. Another 1-and-1. Bennett Dannenbring will check in. He's got 4 personals. Team foul number 8. 1-and-1. Front end. Good for Keenholz. By the way, speaking of Lincoln Keenholz, shameless plug, Players Perspective podcasts are available at drgnews.com. The River 92.7 page, we have an interview with Lincoln Keenholz. The one and only on our Players Perspective podcast now. Check that out. It's going to be a multi-part interview. Second free throw missed. Scoop the distance. Radley Mooney again. Mooney's got 14 points in the fourth quarter, 18 in the game to lead all scorers now, 53-49. Kind of like a 23-19 for the Governors here. Kruger up top to Kaiser. Now Edmond trying to get around Benz again. Edmond short is fouled. Edmond getting aggressive. That's another thing that the Governors need. So much time left. 2:12 to play, fourth quarter. And the foul goes to Benz. That is his third. Edmond to shoot a pair. First one in and out. No good. Edmond was big down the stretch in the win against Jefferson in Sioux Falls 5 nights ago. We'll try another one. And that's good. The lead is 5 for Pierre, 54-49. State tournament berth on the line for both of these teams. Radley Mooney will be trapped. The takeaway here from Mayer. And they're going to ask, I assume, a jump ball. The possession arrow is to Pierre. Pierre couldn't get a timeout. That was the one thing I was kind of wondering. But a good job by Jackson Edmond and Jacob Mayer, who got the trap of Radley Mooney. Here will take it away. Man pressure coming here from the Knights. Inbound from Kruger gets to Keenholz. 2 minutes to go. Trying to get to the tournament for the first time in a while are the Governors. Here's Keenholz. Kruger up top. Now Mayer will reset. And Mayer has it knocked away. Edmond, backside. Kruger, left-hander, good. The over-pursuit by the Knight defense, who is doing a heck of a job against the Governors, caused the bucket, and we have a rebounding foul on a miss of the three by Bradley Mooney. Bennett Dannenbring, with his 5th personal, will check out or be asked to leave, if you will. Heisler with the rebound goes to the other side to shoot a 2-shot opportunity now. This is a double bonus. Minute 28 to go. Big free throws here. Heisler good on the first one. Governor fans are starting to feel it, but it is not time yet to get ahead of yourself. The lead is 8. Still a 3-possession game either way. Second free throw good. Heisler 6 of 6, 58-49. Mooney looking for some quick offense. Hand off to Hayden Gross. Eng, NBA 3. That's in and out, no good. Edmond had the rebound tipped away. It's down to Gross. Knight's still with it, but they'll throw it into the backcourt, and that's a turnover. Governors will take over once again. Gross will check out. Muirhead back in. And now Jade Anstein, who's a quick-footed defender, checking in for defense for the Knights as well. He'll defend the inbound from Kruger. Oh, students are starting to wave bye-bye. I just said it's too early for that. 1:05 to go. Mayer gets tackled by Mooney, and Jake will go to the free throw line. Bradley Mooney with his 3rd personal. Mooney aggressive. I'll say this, in all of the Governor opponents this season, there are very few players that are so problematic for anybody that the Knights would play as Bradley Mooney. That kid is a player. Mayer gets a shooter's roll on the first of 2. It's up and good. A 10-point lead now. Matthew Eng is back on. 59-49. Mayer for one more. Good. 6 points for Jake Mayer. 60-49. Here comes Mooney. No room to shoot. The Governors are there defensively. Now Eng. Back to Benz. He'll fire a 3. Online but strong. Muirhead can't get the tip. Edmond rebounds, and now, if you're the Governors, you might be able to start singing a little bit. 45 seconds to go. Mayer playing keep away, and a timeout taken by Brianna Kosa. Governor fans are loving it. Timeouts are brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling. We'll take 30, and we're back. The lead is 11 for Pierre here, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
Flip your loan. Lower your payment with great rates from Dakota Plains Federal
Farmers
Credit.
have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. AgTegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
The Gorman Knights had a 16-point deficit cut all the way down to 4 at one point, 53-49. But the Governors, with that said, are on a 7-0 run. They've got to get an inbound here. They find it to Keenholz, and they will foul him. Peyton Heggie with his 2nd personal. And 2 shots coming again, double bonus, a couple of seconds off the clock in that sequence. 33. Ryland Satter, a 6'1 junior, is on for the first time tonight. When these two teams played in late January, I think Satter played a good ball game. Keno's a little short off the front of the rim on his first of two here. Second one as he eyes the mark. That one a little too strong. Over correction, but Jackson Edmond with an offensive rebound. And Edmond appreciates it. He got it to Jacob Mayer. Mayer will be fouled. And this will be Jade Anstein's first. 35 seconds to play. The shot clock is on. When we get play resumed as Mayer hits the first of two here. Second one is good. Make your reservations, folks. The Governors are heading to Rapid City in a couple of weeks. There's Mooney for three, no good. Edmond with the rebound and a foul, and that will just about do it. If it wasn't already done, so to speak. What a week to be a Pierre Governor fan. Big weekend at state wrestling last weekend. Girls state champions for the second year in a row. The Governors are dual champions for the second time in 3 years. Deegan Huska, state individual champion. Actually, while I mentioned that, he defeated Keenan Sheridan of Gorman, who's quite a junior wrestler. He's got a great future ahead of him for 1 year. Edmond hits a free throw. Now both basketball teams are heading off to bigger and better things with 3 games to go. Edmond hit the first. Edmond hits the second. Timeout to Pierre. And the rest of the bench going to get an opportunity. What a ball game for the Pierre Governors, especially in the second half. 64-49 our score with 28 seconds left. Let's take one final 30-second break. You're listening to Governor Basketball on River 92.7.
Hey, it's the old top Gator here with Gator's Pizza. The new and out of the normal pizza world, pop on out and try Gator's new.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. American Bank and Trust.
One way American Bank and Trust enjoys giving back to the Pierre community is through our Spirit Card program. These cards are a great way to give back to our schools and show hometown pride. Call or
At Wilbur Ellis, our forward-thinking approach to crop protection, nutrition, and seed development combines years of service and expertise to the latest technology wherever you are, whatever your needs. We offer seed sales, providing Integra, DeKalb, and NK seed, fertilizer and chemical application, which includes ground and air spray, and more. Much more. We're proud to sponsor all area sports and activities, with locations in
Neun Doot. Cade Clemens with the floater, up no good for O'Gorman. There is a rebound pulled down by Miles Doyle for the Governors as their fans come to their feet. Josh Switzer, Luke Olson, Dawson Getz on the floor. Cade Kaiser will dribble it out. He'll hold it for the last 6, 5, 4 and company. And counting. The drought is over. The Pierre Governors are going to the state AA basketball tournament. And when their win over Jefferson was over, we asked the question, does anybody want to play the Pierre Governors in the postseason? Anyone? Anyone. Somebody's going to have to. Tonight, it's the Governors' night. The Pierre Governors on the final Gales Gas Service scoreboard defeat the O'Gorman Knights by the score of 64-49. Scoreboard by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Use their budget plan and keep full service to stay warm all season long with Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Do we have a postgame coming up for you? Taking a 3-minute timeout. Postgame sponsored by Family Dental with offices in Pierre and in Gettysburg. Hopefully we'll get a conversation with a coach and a player, but they're going to celebrate on the court for a while. They certainly are entitled to that. So we'll give it our full recap. We'll take a look at big plays of the game from Hermanson Endodontics, your player of the game from Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre as well. All coming up in the Family Dental postgame starting in 3 minutes. Governor basketball in the postseason on your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
The team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg are devoted to spending time with each patient to answer all questions and address any concerns that arise. Family Dental wants all their current and future patients to feel welcome and comfortable and to have the healthiest, best-looking smile possible. They can take care of all your family's dental needs with cleanings, checkups, implants, same-day crowns, and many other dental services. Dr. Ryan Jensen welcomes new patients. Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg, caring for all your family's dental needs.
Century Business Products is a proud supporter of South Dakota High School athletics and proud to provide the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to schools and businesses in the area, all backed by their 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color cost? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in South Dakota. This message presented by the SDHSAA and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it to replay this game. See live and archive video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
Welcome back to Rick's High Gym. We welcome you to our Family Dental Postgame as the Pierre Governors outlast the O'Gorman Knights. Govs built a big lead in the third quarter. O'Gorman behind Radley Mooney started to pick his game up. Really came on strong in the fourth quarter. That 16-point lead for the Govs evaporated down to 4. But another big surge and more free throw shooting. Pretty good free throw shooting at that in the fourth quarter. Helps to seal the deal for the Governors as they will head off to the state basketball tournament. Once again, this season, second year running the show for Brianna Kusler. A heartbreaking loss a year ago. But this time, the Governors are going to state. State tournament is 2 weeks from this weekend. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, March 16th through the 18th at the Summit Arena at the Monument in Rapid City, same place the state wrestling was. Governor girls who earned their berth into the state tournament last night with that win over Brookings will be at the Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The white-out student body crowd able to join their team now after team pictures have been taken. What a day. The Governor fans have been waiting for this for a long time. And it's not just the fact that the Govs haven't been in the state tournament for a while. It's basically, I think, you look at the athletes that the Governors had. They had that same group last year and, again, just couldn't quite get it done. Sioux Falls Jefferson was the team who came on by shooting free throws a year ago. Today, you still just were waiting for O'Gorman. They just couldn't buy a basket from long range all game long. Then Mooney hits a couple, and suddenly, as a Governor fan, I'll admit, just a little bit of a pucker coming up there as the Governors started to see it dwindle away, but they stayed aggressive. They stayed true to the game plan, and again, they got to the free throw line, and just like Monday night at Jefferson to close out the regular season, they did what they had to do in shooting the free throws to send themselves off to the state AA basketball tournament. It's just that kind of a day for Governor fans. So proud of the athletes that the senior class has in particular. It would have been just an absolute crying shame if that group of athletes couldn't go to the state basketball tournament. And if Gorman had won this game, obviously they would have definitely earned it. And they are that good of a team. We said at the outset, O'Gorman much better than their 7-13 record, but most of the season for OG, when they played the teams that ended up above them in the power rankings, O'Gorman, they played tight, but they had a difficulty in closing off victories and getting wins in the W column. So this just was another one of those days. As it turned out, the Governors, the team of destiny this time here. Governors led at all quarter stops. We only had one tie in this game. That was at 2-2. The Governors built an 8-point lead in the first period. That was cut to 4 at the end of the quarter, 18-14. Govs got it up to 8 again in the second period a few times, but cut back to 4 by the Knights at halftime. Pierre led 28-24. Then in that third quarter, the Governors started getting in the flow once again, and they built that lead up to 16 at one point, 46-33. Again, with an 18-9 scoring advantage in that third period. But again, the Knights, after the Govs even got off to a good start in the fourth quarter, the Knights came back. They cut it down to 4 at 53-49. I'm not sure how much time was left in the game at the time. As it turns out, O'Gorman did not score another point. Pierre will score the final 11 points of this game, most of those from the free throw line, as they hit 12 of 16 in crunch time. And the Governors win it by 15, 64-49. Pierre will go to the tournament with a 14-7 record. They'll be the 6th seed. There's no reseeding going into the state tournament. O'Gorman will finish the season 7-14 on the year. Great group of seniors for O'Gorman. Peyton Hagee, Matthew Eng, what a player. Radley Mooney, what a player. Jade Anstein, Bennett Dannenbring, and the two bigs, Gavin Muirhead and Xander Benz. These guys are the real deal, but it just wasn't their year. Again, wins turned out to be hard to come by, even though they got one here against this athletic squad of the Governors in overtime in late January. But those guys have played their final games, and there's no stopping Derek Roby. He'll get them retooled next year, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with, I would imagine. But for the Governors, again, it moves on to the next stage, and that's with 3 more games at the Summit Arena in Rapid City. Let's check the stats in this one. Pierre 12 of 25 in the first half. They go 67% in the second half, 10 of 15, only going 3 of 6 on the floor in that fourth quarter. Again, with a number of fouls that got them to the free throw line. Pierre hits 4 threes in 12 attempts on the day. And again, 16 of 21 free throws overall, 12 of 16 down the stretch. In fact, 14 of 19 in the second half. And 4 double-figure scores led by Jackson Edmond with 18. Lincoln Keenels will check in with 13. Ben Heisler with 11. Brecken Kruger with a huge game. He'll check in with 10 points and then 2 points apiece off the bench for Luke Olson and for Christian Bush. 64 on the board for the Governors. For the O'Gorman Knights, going 50% in the first half at 10 of 20. Got a little more difficult. You see them starting to rush their shot a little bit in that second half of play, especially, I think, from long range. And the three-point stats are just very atypical as far as the Knights are concerned. Overall on the floor, 19 of 24, but just 2 of 19 from outside the arc. And to me, it's just so notable that Matthew Eng, who hit 7 threes in the game. And this is not me burying Matthew Eng. I think he is one of the best players in the state, certainly one of the best shooters in the state. But Matthew had an 0 for 9 effort on the game from outside the arc. He still is 5 for 8 inside the arc. The guy's a playmaker, and I love the way he drives and stops and fades away. He's got such a soft touch in the lane, but the touch from outside the arc just was not there. And in my opinion, it's just something that can't be overstated. So tip of the hat, though, to Matthew Eng. And Knights fans can really be proud with what these guys did this season. I think in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't the season they wanted. Today wasn't the game they wanted, but this team really kind of pushed a lot of teams that are going to the state tournament. And over the course of the season, they pushed the Governors into a state tournament atmosphere. And the Governors persevered and prevailed in this one. So, once again, scoring totals, Radley Mooney with 18 points, 14 of those in the fourth quarter. This kid almost single-handedly brought the Knights back in to this game. And maybe, if things had continued, Radley Mooney would have put the Knights over the top in the end. Xander Benz with 15 points, great player inside. And we talked about Matthew Eng, who settles for 10 points tonight. Bennett Dannenbring with 2. Sullivan Schlimgen with 2, and Gavin Muirhead with an impressive 2 with a one-handed jam in the first period, actually. But 49 on this game, not enough for the O'Gorman Knights. The Governors got 2 dunks themselves, one from Jackson Edmond on a steal and a breakaway jam in the first quarter, another reverse jam on the feed by Edmond to Ben Heisler in the second period. 2 dunks today, and our unofficial total for dunks, for those that are keeping track, is setting at 64 for the Governors on the season. 64, the number of points on the board for Pierre, a 15-point win over the O'Gorman Knights. Let's take another 3-minute timeout. We'll get the rest of the stats to you when we come back. Still have big plays of the game. Your player of the game still to come as well. Our Family Dental postgame continues. This is Governor Basketball.
A big congratulations to all basketball players. Beck Motor Company in Pierre prides itself on supporting our central South Dakota communities. We are a full-service dealership that will work hard for your business. Give us a call at 605-224-5912. Visit us online at beck-motors.com. Good luck, basketball players, from Beck Motor Company, Pierre.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? Live Ticket TV has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages start at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE extension 2. That's 833-605-5483 extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
You know that feeling? The feeling that things couldn't get any better? It's you at your best. Being your best means owning your health. It means not only meeting your goals, but crushing them, then setting new ones. Partner with an Avera primary care provider. We are right here to help you create health goals so you can feel your best and move forward to your healthiest self. Learn more at avera.org/checkup. Avera, moving health forward.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Hey DQ fans, do you want onion rings but want fries too? Or do you order fries but also want onion rings? Well, we have the answer, both. Say hello to the DQ chicken strip and fry rings baskets. Get 2 of our legendary sides with our golden chicken strips. Now the only question is, do you go chicken fry ring or fried chicken ring? Or what about ring fried chicken? Oh, the possibilities. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
Have you found yourself worrying about inflation and market volatility? Considering what should I do? Can I do anything? Am I going to be okay? The Ranky Gray team has been coaching their clients through these tumultuous times for over 35 years. Let us discover what easy, time-tested adjustments can be made for you. For a free second opinion, our team can be reached at 605-224-5959. Let's start today.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Welcome back to Riggs High Gym, and a whole lot of smiles here at the gym as the Governors defeat the Gorman Knights 64-49. Pierre is heading to the state tournament for the 46th time in school history, but that's a history that dates all the way back to 1916. It will be their first trip to state since 2017. Girls and boys both going to state for the first time since 2017, and there's a similarity there. In fact, as it happens, it's the first time in the SoDak16 era that both the Governor boys and girls will go to the state tournament. It hasn't been a good, favorable format for the Governors. Is the teams haven't been the cohesive units necessarily that what we're seeing this year. But this year, Coach Kirk Bebout's girls and Coach Brianna Kuzler's guys have put it all together. And the Governors, the boys, let me tell you, the best time to play your best basketball of the year is heading into the state tournament. They might be a 6th seed, but I say look out for the Governors because there are a few teams playing as well as they are, at least in their last 3 games. And believe it or you look at it this way too. When was the last time a Pierre basketball team beat 3 Sioux Falls teams back to back to back? It's especially in the game of basketball, especially in the last, let's say, 10 years or so. That's not an easy thing to do. And three outstanding teams. The Governors, and one thing about it, I say, who's playing better than the Govs right now? I said in the outset here, when we started looking at scores, that Sioux Falls, Washington, already with an easy win over Huron today. That might be one team that's playing some really good basketball too. And Washington could be one of the teams to beat as well. We'll look at the bracket a little bit later on. Here are the other stats, though, as we recap. Once again, the Govs putting 4 guys in double figures, led by Jackson Edmond with 18 points, Lincoln Keenholz with 13, Heisler 11, Kruger with 10. But it's the other stats that are also telling the story. The Governors out-rebound the O'Gorman Knights 27-13 in this basketball game. A 6-2 advantage in the offensive end. Xander Benz leads with 5 for O'Gorman. Jackson Edmond gets a double-double, though. 18 points, 11 rebounds, and some key offensive boards in there as well. Both teams turned the basketball over 12 times. It was a pretty clean game. Pierre had 6 turnovers in the first half. But O'Gorman, with 5 of their 12 turnovers in the third period, started to help the Govs build that 16-point lead, which, again, got dwindled down to 4, but it was built back up to 15, and the Governors win it comfortably in the end. And a 14-9 advantage in the assist column. Coach Kuzler and I, we talk all the time after good games about how the Governors are able to share the basketball. They share it 14 times tonight. Edmond leads that category as well with 6 for Pierre. Jacob Mayer, Lincoln Keenholz, Brecken Kruger passing the ball very well, especially in the second half as well. Individually for O'Gorman, Gavin Murad with 3 assists to lead the way out of the 9 for the Knights. And again, out of the 12 turnovers, the Governors registering a few steals in there. In fact, Jackson Edmond with 3 steals. Basically, the point is Jackson Edmond is, everybody knows Lincoln Keenholz around the state. People are finding out about Benjamin Heisler, or Benjamin, as we're going to start calling him. But the X factor is, and pretty much always has been this season, Jackson Edmond, the complete game of the 6'7" senior who's taking his talents to Black Hill State University, who's going to get a steal, by the way, in my opinion. That's just the kind of ball game he chips in every single night. 18 points, 11 rebounds. That's there's really nothing new, and it is that addition to what these other big three guys can do. That's what makes this team so dangerous. And people obviously are going to know about that when the Govs go to the state tournament, if they don't already, and I'm sure they do. But still, one of the toughest things to stop is a hot basketball team in March. As the Governors win it here, 64-49. More timeouts to come. The Family Dental postgame still offers up the big plays of the game coming back from Hermanson Endodontics. Let's take a 2-minute timeout, and we're back. We'll talk about big plays when we return with more of the Governor postgame as the Governors heading off to state in a couple of weeks. You heard it here on River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Hey guys, this is Truett Rogers, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota here in Pierre, South Dakota. And I just want to let you guys know about this beautiful white 2017 Ford F-150 Lariat with 84,000 miles. Loaded up with leather, nav, adaptive cruise, and heated and cooled seats, and a whole ton more. Priced today at $36,995. Stop in at Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota at 518 East Sioux Ave in Pierre. Visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com or call 605-224-7378 and ask for me, Truett Rogers.
River City's public transit and Avera, along with volunteer drivers, are working together to provide 11 South Dakota counties with transportation to medical appointments. Those who can't afford transportation to medical appointments and those without access to transportation are eligible for this service. Rides through this program may be free, discounted, or paid in full based upon a patient's ability to pay for medical care. For more information, call Liz at 605-945-5316.
Family Dental postgame continues. Welcome back. Brian Oakland here, and a happy day, happy weekend for the Governors, happy couple of weekends for Pierre athletes and fans. A 64-49 victory. Talking about big plays in the game, big plays come in our postgame as a courtesy of the folks at Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. We'll hear from them, and we'll come back and give you the big plays of this SoDak16 victory for the Governors next.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Ryan Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much of the tooth as possible using state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Hermanson Endodontics providing big plays of the game, and the big plays were almost turned in by Radley Mooney of the O'Gorman Knights with 2 threes that helped bring the team, the O'Gorman Knights, back from a 16-point deficit. They cut it all the way down to 4. Mooney scoring 14 points in the early stages of that fourth quarter had Governor fans getting a little bit nervous, to say the least. And but the run came to an end, and the Govs scored the last 11 points in the game. And just like Friday night, or Monday night rather, the previous game for the Govs, when they won down at Sioux Falls Jefferson, the Governors seal the deal with free throws. And it's 12 out of 16 in the fourth quarter in the end, and a 16 of 21 effort overall. This is a team that a few years ago, and some of these seniors were part of teams 2 and 3 years ago, that really, you didn't know what you were going to get when they stepped to the free throw line, to be perfectly honest. But a team that is confidently doing things like that, not really getting rattled, even though even Lincoln Kenols misses a few down the stretch. But you put guys like Ben Heisler, Jacob Mayer, Jackson Edmond right now to the free throw line, and good things are going to happen for the Governors. It's the free throw shooting that ends up sealing the deal, but also the shooting percentage, the sharing of the basketball, 6 assists in the third quarter alone when the Govs came out and built on a 4-point halftime lead. They outscored the Knights 18-9 in the third. And I guess we put that just as much as anything as big plays of the game, as the big plays are brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre, leading to a 15-point win for the Pierre Governors heading off to the state tournament. And there's plenty of choices to choose from the standpoint of player of the game. Your player of the game is brought to you by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Let's hear from them. And your player of the game is next. This is Governor Basketball.
Anytime is a good time for Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Fill up your tank and your stomach. Hunting the fields, fishing the waters, taking kids to activities, Cowboy Country Stores are ready for you. Feed the family while on the go with delicious foods. Breakfast starting at 5 a.m. Fresh baked pastries, coffees, regular and breakfast pizzas. Federal Bird Stamps. Convenience with a capital C. Cowboy Country Stores and Champs Chicken on Euclid and Harrison in Pierre and in Fort Pierre.
Cowboy Country Stores give us our players of the game, player of the game as it is. And again, we'll pat the back of Radley Mooney once again for the O'Gorman Knights, leading with 18 points. Solid game for Xander Benz as well, 15. I think that's better than what he had, the success that he had in the first meeting between these two teams. And Matthew Eng, again, as a Pierre fan, you really didn't want Matthew Eng to have a very good ball game, but you still feel as a sports fan, in my opinion, at least for me, you kind of feel for the kid who just didn't have his day. 0 for 9 from outside the arc, one of the best three-point shooters that we have seen all season long. But today just wasn't his day. And this is something we have touched on a little bit, but not a whole heck of a lot. I'm not sure what the circumstances were for O'Gorman in getting here to Riggs High Gym, but they got here very, very late, all things considered. When the Governors are here an hour and a half ahead of time, that's about the time we get here as announcers to try to set up and things like that. But O'Gorman didn't show up until there was maybe 30 minutes shy of game time. And that is... they get here, they get a quick shoot around. Maybe they had a shoot around somewhere along the way, whatever. But I certainly would understand if O'Gorman just wasn't quite ready to go, especially from the standpoint of shooting three-pointers, because they may not have had their legs underneath them. Of course, you can credit the Governor defense for making things difficult in that standpoint as well. But hey, Matthew Eng, great job. Well done. I know Knights fans appreciate what you and those seniors have done over the years. They've had success in the state tournament. It just won't happen this year for the Knights. So, players of the game for the Pierre Governors with 4 players in double figures. There are guys that we've distributed the wealth, of course, with our player of the game T-shirts. But this game was about the seniors, in particular, the starting 5 seniors, 4 of whom get double figures, 1 of whom registers 8 points, with 6 of those in the fourth quarter, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. That's Jacob Mayer. Brecken Kruger hitting 2 threes in the second period. That helped the Governors loosen up in the second quarter. Lincoln Kenols with 13 points. He was held to 14 against the Knights the first time around. Teams are maybe figuring out Lincoln Kenols, but they're still not figuring out Benjamin Heisler, and they're still not figuring out Jackson Edmond and the way these guys distribute the basketball and finish possessions. Jackson Edmond, we talked about it with his all-around game, 18 points, 11 rebounds, unofficially 6 assists and 3 steals, and that's player of the game worthy. That is reason number 1 right now that the Governors are heading off to the state tournament. The T-shirt goes to the 6'7" senior Jackson Edmond of the Pierre Governors. Cowboy Country Stores player of the game. Cowboy Country Stores, you'll find them in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Edmond had a dunk in this game on a breakaway steal, as did Benjamin Heisler, 64 on the season. Heisler, I think, takes the lead over at 22. Kenols has 21. Edmond with what would be his 16th, 17th maybe on the season. Actually, I think he's up to number 18, and Brecken Kruger has one this year as well. Let's take a look, final look at the scores in today's game. The SoDak16, as the tournament field starts to fill out, the Governors will play the winner of the Mitchell-Watertown game. Mitchell is the 3 seed. Watertown is the 14. That's the only game that has yet to be played. One game still in action. Jefferson leading Rapid City Stevens late third quarter easily, 54-29. That's number 1 over number 16. Mitchell again hosting Watertown. That game tips off at 6 o'clock. So Governor fans will have a chance to get a good look at that one. The Governors, the 6th seed, moving on with their 64-49 win over O'Gorman. Roosevelt was tied with Sturgis at halftime, but they open up a 14-point victory in the second half. The Rough Riders are into the tournament as the 7 seed, 54-40 with the win over Sturgis. Harrisburg battles with Brandon Valley back and forth all game long, and the Tigers win at Brandon 54-52. Tough couple of nights for the Brandon Valley Lynx. The girls lost to Mitchell yesterday in the girls SoDak16. The Lynx boys lose to Harrisburg 54-49. Harrisburg is the 9 seed. They will take on top seed Jefferson. We'll talk about that in a moment. Sioux Falls Lincoln runs away from Rapid City Central 76-49. Sioux Falls Washington 71-43. with a win over Huron and Yankton. The first game that ended, they defeated Aberdeen Central 68-52. So the tournament bracket looks like this. The top seed, Sioux Falls Jefferson, will take on number 9 Harrisburg in the first game of the day. That'll be at 12 o'clock noon Mountain Time, Thursday, March 16th, out in Rapid City. Second game, we'll pair the 4 and the 5, and that would be Sioux Falls Washington, the 4, against number 5, which will be Yankton. There you go. Washington against Yankton in the second game of the day. The Governors, actually the first game of the evening session, 6 o'clock Mountain, would have number 2 Sioux Falls Lincoln taking on number 7 Roosevelt, and then the Pierre Governors, the 3 seed. The final game of that first day's action at the State AA, taking on the winner of the Mitchell and Watertown matchup, which again tips off in the Corn Palace at 6 o'clock. Probably will be Mitchell. The Governors avenged one loss on the season so far here today, defeating O'Gorman, and they may have to avenge another one on that first round of the state tournament, which could be against Mitchell, and then other losses to avenge on the way to the state tournament could be against either Yankton or Washington, or rather Sioux Falls Lincoln would be in the semifinals if the seedings play out. And again, good basketball. Man, that's going to be a good tournament field coming up in Rapid City. But the Governors have earned their way for the first time since 2017. Both boys and girls are going back to the state championship game. It's been a great ride so far. You got 3 more games coming up, 6 total here on River 92.7. The Governor girls in our next broadcast will be at Sioux Falls at the Pentagon. We get our first trip to the Pentagon. They play the first game, the 2 seed in the tournament, taking on number 7 Rapid City Stevens at the Pentagon, 6 o'clock Central Time. We're on the air at 5:30 Thursday night here on River 92.7. But in the meantime, with public broadcasting's rights to the videos of that, we take our opportunity to say thanks to our partners at Live Ticket and Jordan Lutmer for running camera here for many of our Riggs High home games. Caleb Brozick on the road, Brian Menning, and others who are helping to do that job in helping us give you the best experience of Governor sports that we possibly can. This is our last chance to work with Live Ticket here today. We'll look for bigger and better things next year as well from the Live Ticket guys. So watch this one over, River 92.7, and the River 92.7 page at drgnews.com or on YouTube, as Live Ticket will put them up. So the Governor girls against Stevens Thursday night, 5:30 pregame. Governor boys against either Mitchell or Watertown, and we'll call that would be a 7:45 Mountain Time start, and that would be 8:45 Central. So we'd be on the air at about 8:15 for that first round game for the Governors, the final game of that opening day's play. So that'll do it. And with that, we remind you, as you watch this one over, the broadcast of this playoff game has been brought to you by our station, River 92.7, our advertisers, and these member schools, Pierre and O'Gorman of the South Dakota High School Activities Association. No rebroadcast in whole or in part may be made without the written permission of the SDHSAA. And wishing safe travels on the way back home to the O'Gorman fans who made the trip and to the team bus. It's a couple of great ball games these two played this season, but the Governors will come out on top. Speaking of travel, though, South Dakota Office of Highway Safety celebrates being a part of a team. They remind us all that buckling up is the best way to save a life in a crash. Do it for your family. Do it for your friends. You've got some place to be. And that's from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Governor fans have some place to be. A couple of state tournament trips coming up. The Sea of Green will hit the big arenas in the next couple of weekends. With Jordan Ludmer on camera, thanks to Heather Williams for running the show in studio. Thanks to you for joining us and to our postseason sponsors for making it a possibility. I'm Brian Oakland, your final Gales Gas Service scoreboard. The Governors, 64. The O'Gorman Knights, 49. As Rod Fisher would say, Govs win. Govs win. And this has been a postseason production of the official voice of Pierre Governor Sports, River 92.7. and drgnews.com. Good evening, everybody.
Pierre Governor basketball in the boys SoDak16 on River 92.7 has been brought to you by Bank West, Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, DQ, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, Rinky Gray Wealth Management, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, and the Brittany Shufflebind Agency. Governor basketball is brought to you by Swenson Cowan Dental, First Dakota National Bank, Fisher Rounds and Associates Insurance and Real Estate, Lynn's Dakota Mart, Oahe Federal Credit Union, the May Adam Law Firm, Kathy Sun and Shine Properties, Gators Pizza, Pasta and Subs, Avera St. Mary's Hospital, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, American Bank and Trust, the Oahe Family YMCA, and Wegner Auto. Governor basketball is brought to you in part by Bauman Lumber and Ferding Electric. These special in-game sponsors bring you Governor basketball. Potsdam Agency State Farm Insurance, the Hughes County Sheriff's Department, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Wealth Partners Ameriprise Financial, Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg, Hermanson Endodontics, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gales Gas Service. The proceeding has been a presentation of DRG Media Group Sports on the official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7.